what was uncovered? Were you shocked?
I think what shocks and I'd say upsets me, if I'm honest, the most is the point he makes about not being able to get information as quickly and as easily as he should have been able to done. And this idea that people weren't willing to come forward. Now, we all know people can make mistakes and things that goes wrong, but when that happens, the key thing is that everybody must come forward and tell the truth and be absolutely clear about what's happened. Otherwise, we risk making the same mistakes again. So that, I think, is the bit that I find the most unsettling and worrying the whole report, that he had to drag that information in some cases, people kicking and screaming, it seemed, to get to the bottom of what really happened. And to me, that makes it all the more distressing from the families, and how relieved they must be now to see the end of this report and know that action really can and must be taken as a result.
Let me go into this new law, the duty of candour. Politically, we're in a state of limbo. Key things can't be implemented without ministers in government. So are families at risk of being failed again?
Well, I hope not, and I hope all politicians in Northern Ireland really take heed of this, because this won't be the only issue where you need your local ministers and local assembly members, everybody working together. But the duty of candour I find quite extraordinary, because what he's saying, and he's quite right to do so, is there has to be a legal duty to people to tell the truth. Now, we should be able to expect that, but if we can't, then that duty of candour becomes really, really important. And so I think there's a message here to local politicians that, get your act together. We really need to see local politicians in place and the Assembly up and running.
Strong words there from Baroness Smith. Still with me, Janice Smith from the Royal College of Nursing, Dr. George O'Neill and Dr. Dewi Evans. Dr. Evans, a truth law making every single person accountable. It goes a step further than the law in place in England. Slight problem here. Northern Ireland could lead the way, but we've no executive.
Well, I think you politicians need to man up, really. It's outside my pay grade to talk about politics in Northern Ireland, but the change will not come from health professionals, from the health establishment. They will hope that this will just go away. So therefore the change will have to come from your political leaders. One suggestion in the judgment, which I found very interesting, is the establishment of an independent panel. I think that's a good idea. One shortcut, I've no idea what the legality of this is, one shortcut could well be that all deaths in children should be referred to the coroner.
Instead of the independent medical advisor?
Instead, yes. Yeah. This would be cheaper. My experience of the coroner's office in Northern Ireland is that it's an excellent organisation. It's robust, it's fair, it's thorough. Most important, it's independent of the health system. And I think that is something that could well pave the way to protecting not only the patients, but could also protect doctors who are currently afraid of speaking out.
Interesting thoughts there. Dr. O'Neill. No